In 2019, the music world was rocked by a headline worth $300 million. Taylor Swift, one of the biggest stars on the planet, had lost control of her entire early catalog. Her life's work was sold to a private equity group without her consent. But how did this happen? The answer lies in a complex web of industry contracts. This is the story of how one artist fought back and changed the rules of the game forever. To understand the battle, we first need to define what a song actually is in legal terms. Every track has two distinct types of rights. First, there are the publishing rights. These cover the melody and the lyrics, the soul of the song. Because Taylor wrote her own music, she always owned these. But then, there are the master rights. The masters are the actual physical recordings, the specific files you hear on Spotify or CD. Traditionally, record labels own the masters in exchange for funding the artist's career. When Taylor signed her first contract at age 15, she handed over those masters to Big Machine Records. This meant that while she wrote the songs, she didn't own the final product. So, why does this matter? It matters because whoever owns the masters controls where the music is played and who gets paid for every single stream. When negotiations to buy back her masters failed, Taylor turned to a bold strategy: re-recording. Most standard contracts have a clause that prevents artists from re-recording their work for a set number of years. Once that time passed, she was free to create brand new versions of her old albums. By releasing these as Taylor's version, she wasn't just making copies, she was creating a new product that she owned 100%. But the real genius was in the sync rights. If a movie or a commercial wants to use a song, they need permission from both the master owner and the songwriter. As the songwriter, Taylor could simply say no to anyone wanting to use her old versions, while offering them her new versions instead. It was a strategic masterstroke that turned her old catalog into a liability for the investors who bought it.
But would the fans actually follow her?
The answer was a resounding yes. She turned a legal battle into a global cultural event. Taylor Swift's victory did more than just pad her bank account. It shifted the power balance of the entire music industry. Today, major labels are changing their contracts. They are now trying to double or even triple the time an artist must wait before they can re-record their work. Why? Because they saw how easily a motivated artist could devalue their assets. But the cat is out of the bag. Younger artists like Olivia Rodrigo and Ray are now negotiating for ownership of their masters from day one. They saw that creative control is the ultimate currency in the digital age. The industry used to be a place where artists were treated as temporary products. Now, they are beginning to be seen as long-term partners. Taylor proved that if you own your work, you own your future. But, is the era of the predatory record deal finally over? Only time will tell, but the blueprint for artist independence has been written. Taylor's journey from a teenage signee to a master of her own catalog is a lesson in resilience and strategy. It reminds us that understanding the fine print can change the course of a career. If you found this breakdown helpful, please subscribe for more deep dives into the business of creativity. Thanks for watching.